From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your evening update.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right, all year round. Right now at participating dealers, get a Kubota compact tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months.
Tractors, RTV, construction equipment. You do it all, we do it local.
Well, I saw a couple of you comment on the casual attire I have on the weekend. I don't mean going casual, but if you look closely, I don't even shave on the weekends. All right, so I'm kind of going the whole scruffy look too, but I'll be nice and clean shaven, got the suit back on during the week. Hey, I want to also remind you of how you can get Weather NorCal, all different types of platforms, and eventually they'll all be here. Okay, so right now, the iOS and the Android app are here for your phone and your tablet. So be sure to go on to those stores, check it out, search for Weather NorCal, and you should be able to find them. Roku, Amazon Fire Stick, that's where you can get the 24-hour channel. Be sure to check that out. Also, look for Weather NorCal, and the Apple TV app is coming soon. And you can also get me on YouTube. And if you go to www.youtube.com/ kind of that slash, and then at Weather NorCal. That'll take you right to the Weather NorCal YouTube page. And of course, you can follow me on Facebook and Twitter. So all kinds of great platforms for you to check out. Look at the high temperatures we saw out there today. Didn't quite reach that 110-degree mark both today and yesterday for Redding, but it got close with a high of 109, 108 for Red Bluff. Chico saw a high of 106. So yes, the hottest spot was in the valley. Weaverville, second day in a row, you actually tied a record, saw a high of 105 today, tying the record of 105 set in 1972. Last year's record, yesterday's record was 104. That was Weaverville's high. That was also the record set in 1972. 101 for Hayfork, 105 in Hoopa. Wairika got up to 103 today. In Mount Shasta City, about 97 degrees. So as you're watching this, keep in mind, if this is going to be going into tomorrow morning, by the way, if you're watching this, this heat warning is expected to expire Sunday night. That's tonight at 11 o'clock. The heat advisory for these areas, this orange here, will be expiring also at 11 o'clock tonight. This is still expected to remain in effect through next Wednesday. As these temperatures, even though they're expected to drop as we go into next week, they're not going to drop by much, especially to start off the week. So slightly cooler to start off the week, but really honestly nothing all that noticeable. A gradual cooling trend, but it's going to take a while to get here. It's not really until the end of next week and into next weekend that we'll be looking at a better chance of seeing temperatures getting closer to normal for this time of the year. There's a look at our planner for the coast on Monday. There you can see those temperatures mid-60s for both Eureka and Crescent City. I think we're going to see more clouds for Eureka on Monday than we will see in Crescent City. Hoopa, high of about 100. All right, let's go ahead and take you out to Redding, a high of 106. Red Bluff topping out at 105. And there you can see out in Chico, a high of 104 degrees. Or your planner for the mountains, Weaverville about 100, mid to upper 90s for Wairika and Mount Shasta City. There's the East Mountain, Susanville, 93, 94 for Bernie, and Paradise, a high of about 95 degrees. So there's the heat. It's diving down to the south, and that's the reason why we see the gradual cooling trend I was talking about. This is through Wednesday. But check this out, and this is what I'm really liking about this week's forecast. You see this little area of low pressure. It's very weak, but it has cooler air associated with it. Now, it's not really going to be here on Friday, but what it's doing, you can see this overall trough of low pressure right here. This is enough to push that heat back down to our south and east, and our temperatures are dropping as a result. Now, look what happens as we go into the weekend. That area of low pressure and that cooler air now is riding over the Pacific Northwest and also kind of coming into our area, keeping that heat down to our south. Now, one thing I want to mention when I look at the long-range models looking out over the next few weeks, this is the heat that is going to continue to try to build back into our region that we got to keep our eyes on because it could be building back in after next weekend. We'll have to kind of wait and see. But for now, this is looking pretty good. You see where the temperatures are 6 to 10 days out. We're kind of in that near normal category for the most part over Northern California. Now, we're going to start to see some slightly warmer air begin to move in over the next 8 to 14 days, but you'll notice just barely. So no major heat waves, at least at this point. All right, there's that big ridge of high pressure that's keeping us under those sunny skies. I want to point something out here. This is Adrian. This is a disturbance, Adrian, and you can see it was a little bit more organized just 36 hours ago. Now it's moved itself off to the west and is dying out. So I thought you might find that kind of interesting. Down to our south, not going to have any impact on our weather. But there you can see Futurecast is showing that as we go into tomorrow morning, here's Monday morning, you see how we're beginning to see more in the way of fog out along the coast, especially around towards Eureka. Crescent City most likely seeing the clear skies even through the day on Monday, but still some clouds lingering around for Eureka on Monday. So we'll call it partly cloudy. And of course, by the way, everyone else looking at the mainly sunny skies. Now let's go into Monday night and Tuesday. See the clouds coming back in. So fog to start off the day in Eureka, maybe a few more clouds in Crescent City, but then by Tuesday afternoon, those clouds clear out. So mainly sunny skies again for Crescent City on Tuesday, and we'll call it partly cloudy again for Eureka, and maybe a few clouds making their way into some of the higher elevations, but for the most part, it is looking dry. All right, so here's what it looks like for your Sunday night. Temperatures still mild, low to mid 70s. In the valley, 64 degrees for Weaverville, low to mid 50s for the coast. Let's take you up to Alturas with a low of about 60, 57 degrees in Susanville. All right, here's what your forecast is looking like for your Monday, and you can see 106 for Redding, 105 for Rebel. This is what I was talking about, a gradual cooling trend. We're going from 109 to 106. Is it all that noticeable? Of course not. You're still going to be feeling those hot temperatures. 104 for Chico, 100 in Hoopa, much cooler obviously along the coast. 92 Alturas, 89 for Aden and Susanville. You'll see a high of about 93 degrees. Let's take a look at your 7-day forecast, and this is what it's looking like here. Again, that gradual cooling trend. Mid-90s for Monday, Tuesday. That's going to continue into Wednesday. But you see how temperatures are eventually by the end of the week will be in the upper 80s. Mid to upper 80s over the weekend. And that's pretty much the same story here, pretty much anywhere you go. Temperatures dropping through next week. Let's take a look at your 7-day forecast. As we take a look at the valley, Redding will see a high of about 106 for your Monday and for your 4th of July. And the temperatures slowly dropping after that, mid to upper 90s for Thursday through the weekend. Weaverville eventually dropping below 100 degrees after 4th of July, that is. And for Eureka, you're looking at mostly cloudy skies, temperatures in the low 60s as we go into Thursday through the weekend.